Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my amazing husband, Jeremy.
Hey everybody.
And we decided to do our first video as how we got together. Because honestly, it's two different stories. So, Dad, you want to tell your story?
I'll let you go first. You tell me what you think happened and I'll correct your story.
We are high school sweethearts. And so it happened in high school, but I met him in middle school.
She was in middle school.
No, I seen you in middle school.
Because
I still remember your little rat tail.
No, I mean we met.
Okay, yeah, we didn't meet, but
she already stalked me, so.
Yeah, so he believed I'm a stalker. Anyway, so my story is how I believe we got together. I met him in Mobile. That's where we're from. If anybody else is from anywhere else, we the 8th graders go to high schools to tour and see how high school is. And Jim was in 9th grade, and I was with my group, and my friend Jalen was with her group, who had to be his group. He was the leader of the group, and somehow I got lost. I did get a little lost.
I'm just gonna let you finish your story.
Somehow I got lost. I honestly don't know how I got lost, but I wasn't looking for him because I didn't even know him. I did think he was cute. He had super long hair. He had muscles. So I thought he was cute, but I was not trying to come to his line. I honestly went to his line because Jalen told me to come over there because I was lost. So then later on, we met. I always had this big old snow. And my friend Reladra, maybe shout out to her. I don't know how I feel about you right now with this story. I didn't really like nobody in high school for real because I just felt like high school boys they didn't have good intentions. And so yeah, I flirted a little bit, but I didn't really like nobody. And I couldn't date anyways because I had to be 16 to date. So my friend Reladra told me that this dude liked me. And what happened? She told me that you liked me.
Well, I know your friend. I lied. I ain't never talked to a lady about liking you.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Well, he was already flirting with me anyways.
The lady set you up.
No, she set you up. Because I did not even like you, and you know that.
Okay, just finish your story.
Oh, well. So, Reladra was our mutual friend. She was my friend first, I think. Pretty sure she was my friend first.
Yeah.
Reladra was our mutual friend, and they used to have lunch together, I think. Right?
It was on the same lunch wave, yeah?
Yeah. They used to have lunch together, and then eventually I started eating lunch with them too. And he was flirting with me. I don't care what he was saying.
Just like our previous fan, she had a friend, and then she just came over and molded.
Yeah, he smiled me extra hard, so he was flirting with me. So anyway, and you always making your way to talk to me. Reladra told me he liked me. And then one day, at the Black History program, he did this. You sat by me. Say it line. Say it line. You sat by me, and he said, and I was like, oh, that was funny. And so I just looked at him.
And that's what it was. It was a joke. That's when it was a joke.
But you was flirting with
I didn't
me.
even touch you. I just put my hand on the back of the seat.
You touched my back.
No, I didn't. Maybe with my elbow on accident. I wasn't touching you.
Whatever. He was trying to touch me on the side. So anyway, so that's what happened. So after that, I told Reladra I thought he was cute. I did not say I liked him. I did not say I want to be his girlfriend. None of that. I just said I think he's cute, and I thought it was funny what he did. It was cute. So now everybody, Jeremy, Morgan like you. Oh my God, you like Jeremy. You like Jeremy. Thanks, Ruth.
I've known this for a year already, though.
Yeah, baby, it was my freshman year.
No, I've known this since, like, she was in 8th grade, getting lost.
I was...
Go ahead and finish your story, because I'm going to go ahead and tell the truth when you're done.
Okay, you can tell your own truth, because that's a lie.
Go ahead, baby.
Anyway, so, then, after that, I don't really remember how we ended up, like, I think we just started talking to each other, like texting or whatever. And then he was dating this girl. And I used to see them make out all the time. And I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, kiss a lot. And she was one of my little friends.
Still kind of is weird.
I mean, I don't have a problem with the girl. She cool people to me.
She got a problem with me. That's another story.
Yeah. Anyway, we ain't close or nothing. Anyway. So, what happened? So after that, I used to see him all the time with the girl, but I thought he was still talking to her, but then he would flirt with me, you know, so. But I found out he wasn't talking to her. So anyway, after that, we started talking. And, you know, I mean, he couldn't resist me. That's what happened. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
Go ahead and tell your lies.
Okay, I guess it's time for me to tell you. So. All right. How did I meet my gorgeous wife, Morgan?
That's me.
So when I went off to MGM, I got selected to be in a program. It was like freshman leadership organization, something like that. And we were just like pretty much like representatives for the class. That position allowed me to be over the newcoming freshmen that was going to be coming up, as far as like giving them a tour around the campus. Because we had just built something called Freshman Quad. And we was just explaining to them what pretty much they explained to us earlier that year, because it was at the end of the year when we gave the tour. Pretty much how they was trying to transition us from middle school to high school and us getting ready for college. Well, when we begin this tour, we're pretty much walking the whole campus, and this is like, I don't know if anybody like from around here has walked Mary G. Montgomery campus, but walking around the whole campus, it's a lot of walking outside. But still, you're with at least 21 other people, right? Or 21. Well, I know of her friend Jalen already from going to Sims, the middle school before, and knowing her sister, Kelsey. So when she got in my group, I kind of already knew who she was. And you know, it's little 8th graders, you know, they getting excited to come to the high school. And I say little, like they're not just 1 year under me, but it's like, it's a new experience. It's new to them. I've already been for a year, so I'm just like, oh, school again. But they're like, oh man, Mary G, like, big kid now or whatever. So they're all giggly about going on the tour. And I start showing them around. And then in the middle of the tour, I get stopped and asked, hey, and by Jalen, she's like, hey, my friend got lost from a group of 20 other people.
I didn't know you.
On a tour where you're walking slowly. You're not running, you're walking. She got lost. And she happened to find my group. And you know, I think of it like the rest of the giggling 8th graders, like they're all happy they're about to go to high school. She over here giggling and stuff.
I got lost.
Yeah, she over here giggling. It might have been nervous laughter from either her being lost or being attracted to me.
Boy, if you don't get...
You was feeling yourself.
I'm just telling the truth. I mean, you were the only person in 8th grade to get lost.
I think I was
from a 20
bathroom
group.
or something.
Something. So she get lost and end up in my group. And you know me, I smile a lot. Anybody that knows me in person knows that I smile a lot. So I like laugh it off like, haha, yeah, no, it's no big problem. She can walk with us. We're going to all be meeting in the same area at the end of it anyway, so she can get back to her group if she needs to. So we finished the tour, and I don't think nothing about it. They just giggling the whole time. Like I said, everybody's excited to come to high school. They think it's like what you see on TV, whatever. That summer goes by, and she comes up to Mary G. And I don't think too much of it, because I've only seen this girl one time.
Okay.
Never seen her after. I've seen Jalen before, and so I recognized her, but I literally never seen Morgan in my life. Besides that one time she got lost and got in my group.
Staring at me in middle school.
Nah, didn't even know who you were. And I can actually prove that too.
I didn't know who you were either.
Nah, because you literally just said that you saw me around campus.
I saw your little twig.
Yeah, you saw my rat tail.
But I didn't know that's who you were.
Yeah, she knew who I was.
Because by ninth grade, your hair was
My big smile, yeah.
really long.
Actually, no, because in the 8th grade, I started growing out my dreads. Remember?
Yeah,
I had them
but
during
I
track.
had to see you in my 7th grade year.
My 8th grade year, yeah. In the 8th grade, I was growing out dreads. I had the twist locking up. Nah, you seen me. She seen me. She seen me, guys. She definitely seen me. So she comes back to school, and we happen to be on the same lunchway, but she doesn't make a big deal about it. She is pretty, at least at this point, she was very quiet at this point. So I didn't even know she was on the same lunch wave. On this lunch wave, I was already hanging out with a couple people. I just find, I always try to, whenever I went to lunch wave, I always try to find like a chill, laid back group that I kind of knew. Somebody that's not going to be too loud, have the principal all up in our table and stuff like that. So at this table, it was myself. We had Sneed, Tiara, and Reladra at this point. Because I had already knew Reladra.
I forgot that part of the story.
Yeah, I already had knew Reladra. So we were all just sitting there chilling. Now, it is a group of 4. A lot of times I had the whole table of like 10 people filled up. We had a group of 4. We never got too loud. We didn't attract too much attention. We went with all the extra stuff. We just hung out, laughed at each other, jokes, stuff like that. Well, here comes this same girl out of nowhere who, like I said, I've never seen before. Also comes into my group. She has a friend that's in that group, and she decides she wants to hang out with us now. Now, I don't even remember if I recognized you from the very beginning.
I wanted to hang out with my friend, Reladra. Not you, I didn't know you like that. Told you I liked your friend, I didn't like you. I had my eyes on somebody else.
She had eyes all kind of directions. She was looking cross-eyed.
Why are you trying to fight me?
But she did like my friend. Do you want me to say the friend's name?
That's on you. You know I liked him.
She liked my friend, Joseph. That's what we're gonna call him, Joseph.
Yeah.
And Joe, I don't know. He like any teenage boy, just
He was
taking
cute.
that too serious. Just talk to whoever, whatever. No, I wouldn't say conceited.
What?
That's a step. Joe was confident. Joe was very confident.
Real confident and conceited.
And that was good, man. I like JoJo.
I like him too. He's
But
cool just not a good companion in high school.
But so she somehow ends up in my group again.
I mean, religion.
I mean, lightning don't strike twice, right? Yeah. So we all get used to having somebody else in the group, and we just add her to the group. It's 5 now. It's like half a lunch table. We all ha, and joking. And then one day, well, she already told you the story about the Black History Month. Actually, yeah. She already told you the story about the Black History Month, which I didn't touch her. She already at the table.
You were sitting right next to me.
She already at the lunch table by now, and she already know we always joking. Always got jokes.
1, 2.
And I didn't touch her at all. The first thing I did was I tapped her on her shoulder to try to make her look the other way.
Yeah.
And she did. And then I literally just had my hands behind the whole hard seat, because I didn't feel like bringing it all the way back over her head. Didn't touch her, besides on her shoulder to make her look the other way. All right? And she can take from that what she want.
And you can stop lying.
You can take from that what you want. But that wasn't me trying to hit on you or nothing like that.
Yeah.
So that happens. And time goes by like nothing else happened. But I think it was like literally like the next month. Because Black History Month was February. And I remember this happened like around March-ish. Somewhere in March. Somebody I know from like childhood that is on our lunchroom as well, named Alicia. She runs into the lunchroom saying, "Oh my God, Jeremy, you won't believe what." And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Guess what?" And I was like, What? She's like, "Guess." I was like, "I don't know. Like, it's random." She's like, "Morgan like you."
No, I didn't.
She did. She did like me. So she was like, "Morgan likes you." And I'm like, "Bro, you for real? You serious? Like, what do you mean like me? Like, what do you mean like me?" And she just tell me, she likes you. And I thought it was a joke at first. So in this situation, I'm like, well, she's always the one that acts shyest. I'm not the shyest one. So if I was to figure out, like, get to the bottom of it, it'll have to be me going there and doing the investigation. So I literally find her at her locker, I do believe. I walk up to her and I ask her. And she was blushing harder than anybody I ever seen. Blushing real hard.
Oh, you add to the story. I was not.
You were blushing, bro. You were blushing pretty hard.
Probably
and he's like, "Who told you that?"
Because they was lying.
Nah, he was like, "Who told you that, right?" And I was like, "Alicia told me." She's like, "So, I mean, but that ain't what I'm asking. Like, is it true?"
I didn't even tell her punk rock nothing.
And she was like, "Maybe." And I was like, and the reason why I remember this so well is because I never officially asked her to be my girlfriend. I said, "So what, you want to be my girlfriend?"
That was in a text message.
But, nah.
That wasn't at the locker.
Nah, yes it was.
I couldn't have no boyfriend.
No, because the text message like, "So are we dating?" Because you had asked me in person, and I was like, "I don't know." Then I asked you later in the text message. But I never really officially asked her to be my girlfriend. So technically, I was single that whole time. But that's another story. So Morgan, she like, ha, he, and whatever. Like, she's sweating bullets. You
really finna blow me.
I understand. And I think that's key.
You just lied.
I'm not lying.
Wasn't nobody sweating no bullets.
And pretty much that's how we got together, right? We officially couldn't be together until she was 16, which was going to be later. Was it that year? September? It was later that year?
Yeah, it was just like, it was earlier than September, but it was official in September when I kissed you.
Yeah, when she could have a boyfriend because she made a promise with her dad that she wouldn't date until she was 16. So we weren't official like until like September, but we always said around March. Our date, and that's another thing because we had to come like after all this, after we've been together for a while, we had to come up with a date that we started because it was almost coming around a year. We knew it was somewhere in March, so we just chose March 25th, and that just happened to be our date. Not knowing if that's really the date or not, but it was in March.
Yeah.
Because it was definitely after
It was March 20. Yeah, 25th.
It was definitely after the Black History Month program. It was the next month after. Because things had developed and she had to leak out to somebody that she actually had feelings with because she couldn't hold it no more. So, but that's the story how Morgan and I met and how our relationship began.
Anyways, and you heard his lie, my truth, because that's the truth. My story is the truth. Because wasn't nobody blushing, first of all. Wasn't nobody even looking for you, Otis. Nobody.
Who came to my group?
That
2
was on
times.
accident. I went to the bathroom.
2 times. 2 times she came to my group. I didn't go looking for her. She found me.
Jane,
Like she
but
was
you came
tracking
looking
me.
for me in 9th grade, baby. And you touched my arm and my back.
I literally played a prank on you because we was already friends.
Whatever. Anyways.
And you still look.
So we had some people send us questions and we're gonna answer them. Okay. So the first question is, who was your first boyfriend before Jereme? I really didn't have an official boyfriend. He's my very first relationship. But you know, I had play boyfriends, but he's my first boyfriend. I'm just saying. Who was your first girlfriend before me?
Oh God, my first girlfriend?
Who was your
You talking about Helen?
Yeah, that was that girl that
If Helen sees this video, she's probably gonna kill
She
me.
probably not gonna watch the doggone video unless somebody tell her to.
You know,
And if she do, she know she dated you before me.
but you know, she your friend. She hate me.
That's our personal problem. All right. Where do we meet? In gym.
Yeah, MGM. Me giving a tour, and she happens to be in our group.
Yeah. Here's the second question.
Which one?
This right there, second.
Was it love at first sight? Love is a strong word. I take the word love very seriously. Was it love at first sight? No. And the only reason why I say that is because like I was saying in our How We Met video, Morgan was very shyish into herself. So it's hard to get to know Morgan.
It's really not.
Was she beautiful when I first seen her? Yeah.
Of course.
She was alright.
Might I add? Might I add? I was only shy around him. I wasn't shy around nobody else. And anybody that knew us in high school, see this video, they will know that I was not a shy person. I was reserved when I first met him.
Why was that? Was it like you almost like liked me or something?
You almost made me cuss. No, I did not like you. I just did not know you like that.
You didn't know Sneed like that.
The Sneed made it more fun for me to joke with him. You wasn't fun. Like
Because you
Sneed.
like me.
I was only reserved when it came to, like, when I really started liking him. Before that, I don't feel like I was reserved at all because...
Which was on that 8th grade tour.
No, that's a lie. I did not like you.
Next question.
Here, read it. Right there.
Do you guys fight a lot? Do we fight a lot? No. Not at all. We hardly ever fight. If we do fight, it's probably over something super small. Like, we're leaving a cup on the table.
Or taking the dog out.
Or...
That was recent.
Yeah. Those are like the main things. But no, we don't have any major fights or anything. I mean, we've been together for like 10 years now.
I think 11.
11. We've been together. No, we've been together since 2010. I was in 10th grade. It was the end of
Oh, so almost 11.
Yeah. So we've been together for about 10 years.
Almost.
So we kind of know each other. And I don't know. I feel like when you fight, it's because you have an expectation of somebody and they don't meet that expectation. But we kind of know each other now. And we work on each other's flaws. And
We
try
learned to
get
communicate better, too, as
That too.
time went by.
A lot better. A lot better.
Communicate all.
I sucked at communicating very much.
Had my feelings hurt all the time.
I was very to myself. But no, we do not fight a lot. We don't hardly ever fight. Oh.
We did tussle. Okay. Who seduced who first?
I seduced her.
Jereme?
Easy.
I know easy. I wasn't easy.
I seduced her by existing.
Wow.
I knew that was a lie.
Look, let me tell you something. Who's seduced who first?
Seduced who first?
Look, I was a tour guide, and Morgan was the only person in all of 8th grade at Sims Middle School
I just
to
think that
get
was
lost.
God.
The only person to get lost.
Yeah,
And
put
who
me
she
down.
happened to find? My now first time, you know, that's oh man, it could have happened to anybody. Then when she finally comes over to Mary G. Montgomery, she's looking for a place to sit at the lunch table.
I was looking for my
And
friend
where did she go?
to relate her.
Right to your boy.
Not to you. I didn't know you, baby.
Right to your boy. And then later that same year,
Okay, next
you have
question.
her own friends coming up, running up to me, telling me, "Oh my God, you didn't see that she liked you."
I hope the people
She
that see
like
this
you."
video that we're talking about, please tell under the comments.
Man, you are about
Please
to.
tell him
better
that
have
I
your
did
feelings
not
hurt.
like nobody.
Better
That's
have
why
your
y'all was
feelings
Jeremy.
You about to have your feelings hurt, Morgan.
No,
They
friend,
about
I think.
to. All right.
No, you finna have your feelings hurt. What you doing?
Go ahead and read the next question.
All right, because
The people that know. The people that know, they know the truth.
whatever. Who seduced you first?
They know the truth.
Introduce means seduced.
Huh?
Seduced. Ain't nobody say who looked at somebody
I
first.
did seduce you by being there. You got lost. You wanted to.
It do mean something else, I think.
We just
Anyway.
talking about it just mean who
Even in that way, him. Okay. Did you guys know you would be where you are today? No, I broke up with him. I didn't want to be with him no more.
She didn't.
And then he just twinkled in back in my life.
Not at all actually. So
I pray to God.
after we broke up,
What have you done?
after we had broke up back in 20,
When Kiana them graduated.
she graduated
Oh, that's when
2015.
you came
I think.
back.
Yeah.
Oh, 2013. We broke up in
Yeah, we
2013.
broke up in 2013. I finished my semester at college. Morgan was still in high school. She finished her rest of her year at high school. And I moved. And when I say move, I didn't move, you know, right down the street or to a different city. I moved to Utah,
Oh, you were so dumb.
like other side of the country. I was lived out there with my dad. And
Girl, he couldn't deal with the heartbreak.
it was like
Heartbreak,
time?
bro. So many.
truth time. I was like, I done wasted all this time down in Mobile. I thought I was gonna go to college, play football. They changed my position my last year. I gotta stop looking. I get Scout stopped looking at me.
I didn't.
My only other investment was Morgan, and she left me.
Investment.
So I thought that was a sign to just go try starting over somewhere else. And whatever place to start, then where my dad was living. I mean, he is pretty stable in his life. He can give me advice that my mother couldn't give me. And I figured that'd be a good start over spot for me. So I moved out there. And then I moved back for multiple reasons. The biggest one being going back to school.
No, it was for me.
No, it was not, because we weren't together or anything.
Shay, I told you. Now I'm about to cuss. I told you not to come back home. And you
The reason
said
why I came back home was to finish.
because you wanted to be with me.
No. I came back in 2015
Yeah,
because my
yes.
sister was graduating from high school.
And
Now, who reached out to who for the third time?
now you know I reached out.
What? Who reached out to who? Who contacted who first?
I was trying to see, but you all right?
Morgan contacted me first. Now, why she contacted me? She was just seeing how I was doing.
You ain't
She
see
was
okay.
checking in on me.
You was
She
on
was
my
making
heart.
sure I was all right.
You was just on my heart.
And I was trying to forget Morgan existed.
But could you?
Well,
You
not when you
couldn't.
not when she blowing me up.
Now stop playing. You knew you could not forget me. You cannot forget me.
So she texts me making sure I'm okay. Whatever. And then it comes to find out that she got invited to my sister's graduation because she was a part of my sister's life. Because Morgan started an organization called EQB. It's for high school girls to help their transition to college.
That's why that girl invited me.
That's why she invited you.
And
Morgan, Kiana was in that. She said she had. I asked her why she invited you. I was like, why did you invite her? In a very not happy tone. And that was what she said.
Okay, but I rode with you.
We're getting to that. We are getting to that.
Cause he.
No. See, you already cutting corners. You're making a chicken out of an egg. You ain't even hatched yet. The story ain't even know. Yeah, we ain't even got there yet. So
Okay, hurry up.
I'm trying to. You keep interrupting with your lies. So she's texting me asking me.
I swear.
She's texting me asking me about the graduation, which I don't know. I'm on the other side of the country. I told her to ask her. And then she asked, was I coming back? And I was like, yes. You did ask, was I going to, you asked, was I going back to her, come back to go to her graduation? Did you not?
May I say something?
Go ahead.
Okay, so originally I had reached out to him because I was having some feelings and he was the one I wanted to talk to. So, I reached out to him for that sole purpose. It was honestly just to see him.
You know them feelings.
So anyway, after that, he was homesick. Say he wasn't. Say he wasn't.
I was homesick.
He was homesick.
That doesn't mean I was missing Morgan.
But you was too busy trying to forget me, baby. And it's been a year. Okay?
I was literally missing my mom.
And the other M, me. Anyway, so he was missing me, y'all. Like, I don't even care what he say. And you can ask his mom and daddy because they believe the same thing. But anyway, that's why I reached out to you. Not because of nothing else. And you know that.
All right, true time. Morgan was reaching out to me because she was feeling hot.
And ready.
Like Little Caesars. And I was the only guy she felt comfortable losing her virginity to.
Why are you telling these people? That was for later on.
Hey, bro, you already start opening up. You like,
feelings.
you know why I
said feelings. You talking about
you know why I contacted you. So if we're gonna tell the story, we're gonna tell the story.
Okay, tell the story then.
Morgan was feeling ready. And honestly, this was the only fight that we used to have back in high school. Dead serious. All the fights started from, the lack of. Because Morgan wanted to wait till marriage. And
he was not trying to.
I was ready.
So I made it very hard.
But the reason why I wanted to bring that up was because it made it so when I came back down here, I finally got on the plane, came back down here. Morgan's organization, they were having a girls' night at a hotel for 2 nights.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about that.
No, see, I didn't.
Oh, that's part.
They was having a girls' night for 2 weeks. 2 days. Ooh, not 2 weeks. 2 days. Down at this hotel downtown somewhere. I forgot what. It was like Hampton, Hilton, something like that. I don't know. And Morgan asked me to come over to talk because she wanted to talk. She wanted to catch up. I just got back in town. She had her agenda. At this point, I didn't know this agenda, this use of me for her agenda. I didn't know this. I just knew she wanted to talk to me.
Yep.
So I'm back in town. I'm feeling generous. I go talk. And we start this talk at like 7 p.m. in the parking lot, in my car. And we didn't end this talk until 5 a.m. the next day in the morning.
I remember.
Literally talking the whole time. I could not tell you what we were talking about. I forgot.
The past.
We talked about a lot.
and like how things were in Utah. And
Yeah. And that was another thing, right? Because
Yes.
she ended it with me because before I left for Utah, because I wasn't telling the whole truth. I was lying a lot of times, but I wasn't telling the whole truth the other half of the time.
Jay, if it's the truth, it's the truth. It's a lie, it's a lie.
That's what I'm saying. Like
You cheated on me.
You said,
Just you want to tell the bitch.
yeah, me Yeti.
I wouldn't say cheated. I would say took advantage of a break. Because I was horny, wanted a break. I went and did what I had to do. Came back to her after the break was over.
It didn't say
And
nothing.
the final thing that broke us up was we had broke up for 2 months. We broke up for 2 months. The first month I was trying to get her back, man. I cried in the driveway in my
That's
car.
another story. I mean, that's another situation because that was
No. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. This was when I was in college. I came over to see you. This is what happened. So she broke up with me. Because Morgan, I was traumatized. I remember my trauma.
You cheated on
I
me.
went
What
to
am I trying-
no. It wasn't that. I didn't cheat on you on this last part.
Well,
Let me tell you. Then maybe it'll spark your memory.
Okay, go ahead, because you was telling the story.
So Morgan broke up with me. I think it was because I cheated. The reason why she broke up with me for that time.
Absolutely.
But she got back with me. She got back with me, right? And then she was like, she can't do it. The damage already been done, yada yada yada, things like that. And she had broke up with me again. And this time, sometimes it's real. And I knew this was real.
Me too.
And I was begging her back for a month straight, trying to get her back. Because at this point, I had put like 4 years into our relationship.
To cheat at the end. To cheat at the end.
Well, 4 years of holding back your manly feelings.
You did not hold your manly feelings back for 4 years. Let's not forget you lost your virginity the next year after we got together, so don't even do that. And it wasn't to me, guys. Okay? Since we want to tell the truth, it wasn't to me, it was to somebody else.
Anyway, what was I about to say? So I went a month straight of just trying to get her back. That wasn't working. So in that second month, I was like, you know what? F it. I'm going to focus on myself. Because at this point, I'm thinking in my mind, man, I wasted all my college life.
You're missing something because that's not what happened.
Let me finish. I wasted my high school potential of being able to go like to the next level and play football for a college. I also didn't do as well in my studies because I dedicated so much to my football. And then I also just lost my girlfriend which was the three main things I had going for me in high school.
Number one.
So I started trying to get over it all. There was a girl. She will not be named.
Yeah, I know.
She was a friend of mine.
They had sex. Boom. Keep it pushing.
Yeah.
You don't need to tell the story because that's not okay.
Yeah, we did. Me and this girl was really close though, but we ended up having sex. I meet her parents. They like me, whatever. A month goes by of us kind of just seeing each other.
I'm pretty sure we was talking though during this time.
Nope.
Jay, you missing something
No,
because
no,
I
no,
wouldn't
no,
just
no.
broke up with you because you had sex with that girl. I remember.
No.
Because I saw it in your phone.
Yes, that's what I'm getting to. So, me and this girl, we're talking and everything, and everything's going well, but she's thinking about moving to another state. And she does end up deciding to go to that state. Try to cut the story down. She does decide to go to that state, so we end up cutting everything off. And right around this time, Morgan hits me up talking about she wants to talk. So we began talking, and she's thinking about giving me another chance. And the first thing she asked me was, did I have sex with anybody? And I said no. And the reason why I said no was because this was an opportunity to get back the girl that I wanted to be with, that I was with for my the majority of my high school life. And I figure I don't want to mess it up with something that happened when we weren't together.
Although he should just tell the truth.
I should have. And that's why I tell the blunt, honest truth now, whether she likes it or not.
And I appreciate it.
And I tell her no. So I tell her no, and I'll never forget. We start back trying to talk again, and she goes to my phone and she sees the text messages. And I remember coming to see her, and I was like, hey, I want to talk about something. And she was like, okay, but I have a question to ask. And then she was like, who is Ashley? Or who is this girl? Who is this girl, right?
I know.
And she you can leave it in. Her name's Ashley. She was like, who is Ashley, right?
Okay.
And I was like, damn. I was just about to come tell her because I didn't want to be living with that lie again. It was like a clean restart almost. And I fucked up by lying immediately. And I immediately regretted it, but I didn't have the guts to risk losing what I had felt like I just got back by telling the truth after I had just lied until this moment. And then she asked me, and then that's when I tell her the truth. She asked me who it was. I was like, I was just about to come talk to you about that.
Yep.
And I tell her the whole story, and she's like, oh, yeah, I know, because I read your text messages like the other day or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And Morgan breaks up with me again.
Forever.
For good, yeah.
Yeah, I tried to get right with the Lord.
Morgan left me for good.
For good! So after that,
And that's when I went to Utah.
Yeah.
And
he wanted me.
she legit wanted me, and only me.
Okay.
No, now come on now, because don't do that because
She wanted
that's
me.
only because I was familiar with him. I
Those,
was trying to give it good my first.
Those hormones
to
kicked
nobody.
in hard for her when she got out to college.
It was very unfortunate.
And she wanted what she wanted, you know? And she knew what she wanted. So she hit up who she wanted.
Somebody else almost, I don't want to make myself sound like a hoe or anything, but somebody else almost got it. But I was just more comfortable with Jeremy. But you know, guys, I'm not saying do it, okay, until marriage, because that's the best to do. Anyway, so yeah, I know we didn't think we would be where we are today because we broke up.
And that was just one question.
Right, and we feel like that was for good. So the next question is, we already said what grade we were in when we met. He was in 9th grade, I was in 8th.
Actually, I was in 8th and she was in 7th. No, I was, yeah.
Thank you.
My bad.
Anyway, so what's some tips for high school lovers? Jared. What's some tips for high school lovers now?
Ooh.
That's a whole nother video. Hold up.
Tips for high school lovers. Neither one of you are as mature as you think you are. Even if you feel like you're very mature, you're not quite as mature because you don't understand what the other person is going through as much as you like to think you are. This goes more for guys than girls, I would say, because like society is taught to like a guy's point of view. Mm-hmm. But even for girls, like when you think you know, there's a huge thing that you don't know, and that could be affecting the guy and how he's acting in a relationship. So just try to be more understanding, if I had to say. And if you really feel like you really like this person, be more patient with them in all things, because that person can't even tell you what they really feel because they don't know how to put it together in words or make it coherent. So it's literally just that. Just neither one are as mature or as understanding as you think you might be, even if you're the smartest. Like I thought I was a freaking genius. Like I made like a 28 on my ACT. I thought I was smart. And even then, you're not as smart or as not, I won't say like as smart, but you're not as understanding as you might think you are.
You don't understand girls like you think you do.
Yeah, you don't. Guys definitely don't understand girls as much as they think they do. And like I said, because like
And all girls are not the same either.
Yeah, society teaches you from like a male's point of view anyway. But even then, girls, you don't understand your guy as much as you think you do either. Like even now, I'm trying to understand Morgan more, and we've been together for like 10 years. And I won't ever stop trying to understand her because I won't ever completely know what she's going through.
Yeah. My advice would be, especially to girls, even if, just know yourself first. That's for a guy and a girl. Like, know yourself first before you try to commit to being with someone. Like, really committing to a relationship. Another thing is to, I guess I just go with knowing yourself too. I mean, like girls, your worth doesn't come from a relationship. So don't rush it, first of all.
And guys, your worth doesn't come from how many girls you can pull.
Exactly. Or how many girls you have sex with. Same with girls. Just don't rush. Like that's in general, like in life in general, just do not rush. Anything rush is not right. It's just really not. Very seldom if you rush something, it turns out right. So just don't rush anything. If you really like someone, get to know them before you try to get physical with them. And what else? I love Jesus. So I think that you need to, that's part of getting to know yourself too. So, like get to know the Lord. But definitely patience is important. Your work is important. School is important. Like relationships gonna be there. I know you hear your parents say that.
Yes.
But relationships will be there. Like I wish sometimes. I don't regret us being together in high school, but that took a lot out of me. Like it was draining. Because now you're trying to play a role that you're not even prepared for because you're a child. Like you're young. You're 13. Not 13. 14, 15, 16 years old. Yeah. And you trying to be an adult and trying to, handle somebody else's emotions when you can't even handle your own. So
yeah, honestly, boyfriend, girlfriend is probably more of an adult thing anyway.
It really is.
To really like somebody, you gotta know yourself, and you don't really know yourself until you go through a lot of things and see how you react to them.
Right, you don't know yourself yet.
And by a lot of things, I don't just mean like emotional trauma. I'm talking about like just life things, like how like just jobs, things like that, your day-to-day life stuff. So, but what's the next question?
The next question is, what came first, friends or lovers? Friends.
Definitely friends.
Do you regret anything in your relationship? No. I don't regret anything. I don't feel like, Jeremy feels like time is wasted because when we broke up, that was time wasted. But I just feel like that was time taught. Like, I learned a lot in that time. Like, that was not no wasted time at all, in my opinion.
No, I don't think it's wasted now. At that time when I was telling my story.
Even if we weren't together, I wouldn't feel like it was wasted time.
Oh, during that time, I really did. The reason why is because I thought I knew a lot about relationships, and I didn't. And I felt like I could have put my time into something more productive outside my relationship, like my either sports or academics. So that's why I say it was like a waste of time then. Now I know it's not, but then that's how I felt.
Do you regret anything from the relationship?
I regret not having an official date, like not officially asking her, because it was awkward to when somebody asked, like when we got together, and then we had to literally come up with a date on the spot, and we just kind of settled on March 25th. But I don't know when we actually got together.
Yeah.
So
we know what year.
Yeah. 2010.
How far into one another did you finally stop being shy? Jay was never shy.
No.
I was very shy in the beginning of our relationship, at least for a year. Because, shoot, probably more than a year. Because I didn't know how to be a girlfriend. So, I didn't know if I was supposed to sit and look pretty or just be myself. And myself, if anyone know me, super hyper, super silly, and I'm random. So, I didn't want, I didn't want him to... I just wasn't ready to be myself around him. It had nothing to really do with him. I just didn't know how to do that and be a girlfriend. I didn't know what that was. I really didn't know what I was supposed to do. So I used to just shut down whenever he came around. Like, my friends would be around, and then I would just...
Yeah, and I was never really shy around her. And, like, really the real reason was because, like, we, like, in high school, I was going to my peak of popularity, I should say, where a lot of people knew who I was, and I don't know, it just made it easier. So it was almost like on her, like, everybody else likes this guy, why didn't you like him, because everybody kind of did like me. So it wasn't any pressure on me to act different because a lot of people accepted me and liked me, whereas in her case she was more reserved. So I could see her being more shy.
Wasn't reserved, though, guys. I just would... I observed people. I guess that's reserved. But I was very, like, friendly. I was so friendly. I was very friendly. It's just whenever it came to him, like, I just didn't know what to do. So I just used to shut down. It was weird. I hated it about myself. But I'm not shy anymore. Is there a piece of you that's still shy around him? No. No.
No.
Not one little piece.
I seen her give birth.
Right.
Watch the whole process. Watch Kylie pop out.
Right. There's nothing. So
Nothing
anyway, we cannot answer that other question.
You know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
We're not answering that. But I might let you know in person.
Yeah, we know. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching our video. We hope that you subscribe to our channel. And if you have any ideas for us, put it in the comments. And
don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know what we should do for our next video in the comments. Let us know what you think. Have any other questions, leave them down below. We'll try to answer them in the comments.
If you have a high school sweetheart and you have questions, we're open people. We hope you guys like it. Please let us know what you thought about it.